Dice así,
And it says,
verso 26.
verse 26.
Se desmayarán de terror los hombres, temerosos por lo que va a sucederle al mundo, porque los cuerpos celestes serán sacudidos. Entonces verán al Hijo del Hombre venir en una nube con poder y gran gloria.
People will faint from the terror, apprehensive of what is coming onto the world, for the heavenly bodies will be shaken. And at that time they will see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and with great glory.
Gracias, Señor, por tu palabra.
Thank you, Lord, for your word.
Gracias, Señor,
Thank you, Lord,
porque sé que nos vas a usar con poder y autoridad
because I know that you're going to use us with power and authority
para bendecir tu pueblo,
to bless your people
bendecir tus hijos.
and bless your children.
Amén.
Amen.
Mire el que está a su lado y dígale,
Look at the one that's next to you and say,
hay que derrotar, hay que
you need to
destruir
destroy, you need to defeat
a ese gran fantasma del
that
temor.
great ghost of what fear is.
¿Sabe?
You know,
Lo que yo no estoy comprendiendo,
what I am not comprehending,
y yo creo que es la madurez, por eso
and I believe it's
yo
the
creo
maturity,
que por eso fue que Pablo
and I think that's why Paul
se
said,
atrevió a decir,
he dared to say,
es que si digo unas cosas,
it's that if I say some things,
la gente no lo va a entender, dijo
the
Pablo.
people are not going to understand it. That's what Paul said.
Entonces, él dijo, por causa de su ignorancia.
And he said because of their ignorance.
Pero allá habían eruditos,
But there were teachers there,
allá
scholars.
habían teólogos,
There were theologians
allá habían
there.
religiosos,
There were religious people there.
allá había gente.
There were people there.
Y hay veces
And there's
que
times
usted y yo tenemos que entender
that you and I have to understand
que el miedo
that the fear
es una atadura diabólica.
is a diabolic bondage.
Acuérdense, ahora no vamos a hablar del miedo este de la pelea de calle. No, no,
And remember,
eso
we're
es
not
bobera.
talking about the
Eso,
fear
olvídate
when
de
you're
eso.
going to fight somebody out in the streets. No, that's something silly. Forget about that.
Hay gente
There's people
que el temor y el orgullo se le ha mezclado.
that the fear and the pridefulness has gotten mixed.
Yo te voy a decir algo y esto,
I'm going to tell you
discúlpenme,
something, and excuse me,
ya yo no puedo estar en grupos
I can no longer
por
be in
mucho
groups
rato
for a long time
de gente que no quiere buscar a Dios.
of people that do not want to seek God.
Yo
Me.
no estoy diciendo que esa gente, no, eso no sirve.
And
No,
I'm
no,
not
no,
saying
no.
that those people are useless.
Y yo
No,
no
no,
puedo
no.
estar, yo no entiendo cómo hay grupos
I don't understand how there's groups
que se autollaman de Dios
that they self-call themselves saying that they're of
y
God,
nadie te admira.
but nobody admires you.
Nadie quiere seguir
Nobody wants to follow
los pasos de unción.
the steps of anointing.
¿Saben? Mira, una persona no cambia por el tiempo que pasa dentro de la iglesia,
You know, a person does not change because of the time that they spend inside of the church,
sino por el tiempo que pasa dentro de la presencia de Dios.
if not because of the time that they spend inside of the presence of God.
Los temores,
The
los
fears.
miedos.
The fears.
¿A cuánto le ha dado temor o miedo en algo?
How many of you have gotten scared or have had
A
fear
todos
in
nos
something?
pasa por un momento.
It
en la
happens
vida.
to all of us in a certain moment in our lives.
El mundo está a la expectativa, está
The
ahora.
world is at the expectancy
La,
right
la-
now.
la gente
The
está
people
con tanto miedo
have so much fear
que ahora mismo el fuego de Canadá,
that right now the fires in
la
Canada,
gente está diciendo que a lo mejor alguien pudo haber tirado algo ahora en el humo
the people
para
are saying that probably somebody threw something in that smoke so that
que ciertos países
so
para
certain countries would, you know,
el ser humano
the
tiene
human beings,
tanto miedo.
they have so much fear.
Escuche bien,
I want you to listen well,
que no quieren acercarse a Dios.
that they don't want to approach God.
Acercarse a Dios conlleva hacer cambios
Coming near God, it requires
y el
changes.
ser humano tiene miedo
And the human beings are scared
por hacer los cambios.
because of
No
doing
sé
the
si usted
changes.
se acuerda muchos años, pero muchos años
I don't
atrás,
know if you remember many
cuando un
years ago,
satélite soviético
When,
muy grande
a satellite from
de Rusia
from Russia,
se había descompuesto
it had broken down,
y supuestamente iba a caer en la tierra.
and supposedly it was going to fall
Iba a
to the
destruir un
ground, to the
montón de
earth.
sitios.
It was going to destroy many
Y la
places.
gente asustada, la
And the
gente,
people were all scared.
el fin del mundo.
The people were saying this is going to be
Empezaron
the end
a
of the
inventar
world.
y decir cosas.
They started inventing and saying things,
Y ese es el problema cuando nos da miedo.
and that's the problem when we get scared.
Y el problema es que decían que había salido de su órbita
And the problem was that it said that it had come out of its orbit
y que entraba entonces a la tierra.
and that it was going to enter Earth.
Date cuenta
Notice
que cuando tú estás fuera de órbita
that when you are out of orbit,
es donde empieza el miedo en tu vida.
there's where the fear starts in your life.
Es donde tú tienes ese temor.
That's when
Mira,
you have that
¿sabe
fear.
por qué hay matrimonios que hoy están muertos?
Do you know why there's matrimonies that today are
Muertos.
dead? Dead.
Aparenta lo que quiera.
You could
Dios
appear whatever you
advirtió
want to
algo el
appear.
viernes,
God warned something
el martes.
on Tuesday.
Estuve hablando con una persona
I was speaking with a person
que el espíritu me daba
that
testimonio
the
de la
Spirit
conversación,
was bearing testimony
y
of the
Dios
conversation.
advirtió.
And God warned,
porque lo que viene es divorcio.
because what is coming is a divorce.
Agárrate ahora.
Grab on now.
Lo que viene es divorcio.
What is coming is a divorce.
Va a afectar
It's going to
la
affect
iglesia
the church
porque son gente buena,
because it's good people,
pero ya va rumbo al divorcio.
but they're going towards divorce.
Dios te lo advirtió el martes.
And God warned you on
¿Y
Tuesday.
sabes qué hiciste el martes cuando te
And
fuiste
you
a
know
tu
what you
casa?
did on Tuesday when you went home?
Lo que estamos haciendo ella y yo ahora.
What her and I are doing right now.
Nada.
Nothing.
Dios advierte.
God warns.
Dios advierte.
God warns.
Está de ti.
It's on you.
Agárrate.
Grab on.
Salva tu casa.
Save your household.
¿Y sabes por qué?
And you know why?
Por el miedo.
Because of the
Yo no
fear.
voy a cambiar hasta que tú cambies.
I'm not going to change until you change.
Yo aprendí.
I learned
Si yo no cambio,
if I don't change,
esperando que tú cambies,
waiting on you to change,
yo no te amo.
I don't love you.
Así que si tu pareja te ha dicho que hasta que tú no hagas cambio, yo no voy a
So
cambiar,
if your spouse has said, until you change, I'm not going to change,
ya ahí no hay amor.
there's no love there anymore.
Ya ahí no hay amor.
There's no love there.
Y donde no hay amor,
And where there is no love,
no funciona.
it does not function.
Esta iglesia funciona por dos cosas.
This church functions because of two things.
Por Dios
Because of God
y porque yo amo
and because I love.
lo que hago.
I love what I do.
Si yo no amara esto,
If I didn't love this,
ya hubiéramos fracasado.
we would have already failed.
Mira a alguien y dile el miedo, el miedo.
Look
el
at
miedo.
someone and say the fear, the fear.
Hay hogares que ya son roommates.
There's households that they're just roommates.
Dios me está mostrando cosas, pero
God is showing me things.
y estoy contento de que ya no me reúno mucho
And I'm happy because I don't reunite or have meetings with you
para que
too
no digan
much.
que lo estoy diciendo,
So that you don't say that I'm saying it,
porque sé cositas.
because I know things.
Hay hogares que ya son como los roommates.
There's households now that they're like roommates.
Se ayudan a pagar los biles.
They help one another to pay the bills.
Tenga cuidado
Be careful
por estar muy cansado por tanto trabajo.
because of being too tired because of so much
Si
working.
estás muy cansado por mucho trabajo, estás trabajando de más.
If you are too tired because of working too much, you are working more than
No,
what you
no
should.
debiste haberte casado.
You should have not gotten married then.
El temor.
The fear.
Uy, Dios mío.
My God.
Miedo que se siente al considerar que algo perjudicial o negativo va a
Fear
pasar.
that you feel when something damaging is going to happen.
Pero hay otros que tienen miedo
But there's others that have fear
porque ya les ocurrió algo.
because something already occurred.
Pasado.
The past.
Mujeres se recasan
Women that remarry
y traen la relación pasada al
and they bring
presente.
their past relationship to the present.
Si le dices a ese hombre, tú eres igual que aquel,
If you say to that man, you are just like him,
el problema eres tu mujer.
the problem is you, woman,
Porque escogiste uno igual.
because you chose one the same as that one.
Si el hombre le dice eso a la
And
mujer,
if the man is the one that's saying it to the woman,
tú eres igual que aquella,
you are just like her,
entonces el problema eres tú, varón.
well, then the problem is you,
Porque
man,
escogiste otra igual.
because you chose another one the same.
Mira a alguien y dile, el fracaso no es de aquel, es mío.
Look at somebody and say, the failure is not that person's, it's mine.
Entonces, el temor
So the fear,
basado en ese fantasma
based on that
que el
ghost,
diccionario dice que es una figura irreal,
that the dictionary says that's an unreal figure,
imaginaria,
something that is imaginary,
que normalmente no se incorpora
that usually it does not incorporate
porque solamente tú estás creyendo ver algo que no existe.
because you are simply believing something that is not.
¿Cómo es que le creemos más al miedo que a la fe?
How is it that we believe more the fear than we do the faith?
Pensamos en la crisis
We think about the crisis
económica
in the
y
economy
nos ponemos nerviosos.
and we get nervous.
Pero no podemos pensar que Dios es capaz de.
But we cannot think that God is capable of
Que Dios es capaz de suplirte todo lo que tú necesitas.
That God is capable of supplying everything that you need.
Los medios de comunicación.
The means of communication.
Usted ha leído el problema o la gente, aunque eso usted lo lee.
Have you read the problem, or although you read that?
TikTok fue inventado
TikTok was invented
por alguien que dijo.
by somebody that said,
Escuche bien.
listen well,
Por alguien que dijo.
by somebody that said,
Voy a captar la atención
I am going to capture the attention
en pocos segundos
in very few seconds
de la gente
of the people
hasta llevarlos adictos a esto
until I make them become addicts of this
para yo generar mucho dinero.
so that I could generate a lot of
¿Qué
money.
es lo que está sucediendo?
And that's what's happening.
Porque si usted se fija,
Because if you notice,
los videos de TikTok
the
tienen
videos
un
of
tiempo
TikTok,
limitado
they have a limited time
y van aumentando.
and they start increasing.
El que se mete en el área de chiste, el chiste va aumentando.
The one that gets into the area of the jokes, well, the
El que
jokes
se
start
mete en
increasing.
áreas de
The
lo que
ones
sea,
that start getting into
va
whatever area,
incrementando.
it starts increasing.
Entonces usted puede estar 2 horas en TikTok,
And then you could be 2 hours in TikTok,
pero no en la Biblia.
but not in the Bible.
Quiere decir
So it
que tu
means
mentalidad
that your
está
mentality
basada
is based
en algo
in something
que a través de la comunicación
that through the communication,
te está deteriorando tus pensamientos.
it is deteriorating your thoughts.
¿Sí o no?
Yes or no?
Por eso cuando te dan una noticia
That's why when you receive
o
a
una
news
invitación
or an
de
invitation
algo que nos gusta,
of something that we like,
nos movemos.
we move.
Cuando no nos gusta,
When we don't like
nos lo
it,
pueden decir un año antes.
they can tell us a year before.
Se me olvidó.
Oh, I forgot it. I had forgotten it.
Pero cuando es algo que nos gusta,
But when it's something that we like,
¿por qué me incluyo,
why do we, and I include myself,
nos preparamos
why do we
y
prepare ourselves
comenzamos una cuenta regresiva
and we start a countdown
cuando tenemos unas vacaciones preparadas?
when we have a vacation prepared?
Te digo por qué.
Do you want me to tell you why?
Te digo por qué.
Do you want me to tell
Porque
you
tú no
why?
has entendido todavía
Because you still have not understood
lo que es el tiempo.
what time is.
Te importa más ese conteo regresivo que el conteo regresivo
You,
de Dios.
you care more about that countdown than the countdown of God.
Te importa más ese conteo regresivo
You care more about that countdown
que el conteo que se está deteriorando tu casa.
than the countdown of the determinant of your house.
Los medios de la comunicación,
The means of the communication.
los que desean escapar, escuche bien,
Those that desire to escape, and I want you to listen well,
por alguna forma
through some way
de la droga.
from drugs.
Quiere que te enseñes cómo si drogan a la gente
Do you want me to tell you how or teach you how they
legalmente.
drug people legally?
¿Sabías tú que el gobierno,
Did you know that the government,
lo que te voy a soltar aquí ahora,
what
si
I'm
no,
going to
vete,
release now,
vete para tu casa a leer.
if you want, you could go home and read.
El gobierno
The government
necesita gente y yo no lo voy a llamar a usted así, voy a decir el
needs
gobierno.
people. And I'm not going to call you that way, but I'm going to say the government
Necesita gente bruta.
needs people that are dumb.
¿Cómo, pastor?
How, Pastor?
Sí.
Yes.
Necesita gente
They need people
que no estén informados correctamente,
that are not informed correctly
ni educados
or
correctamente
educated correctly
para que crean todo lo que ven.
so that they could believe everything that they see.
Por eso es que usted ve que se vota ahora mismo por el liderato que tenemos.
That's why you
Bueno,
see that they
tenemos no,
vote.
los
Like right
que
now, the
votaron
leadership
por
that
él.
we have. Well, those that
Son los que se
voted for
están
him
chupando el dolor.
are the ones that now have
Porque a
to
mí me
suck
está
up that
yendo lo
pain
más bien.
because it's going very good for me.
¿Por qué votaron?
Why did they vote?
Porque no estaban educados.
They voted because they were not educated.
Votaron
They voted
por una persona
for a person
que les lavó el cerebro,
that brainwashed them.
les animó las emociones
He got their emotions
y los sacó
encouraged
del temor
and took them out of the fear
del que supuestamente hablaba muy estrujado.
of supposedly the one that was speaking too disrespectfully.
Pregúntate,
Ask yourself,
tu economía, la
your
tuya,
economy, yours,
todo el que votó por él,
everyone that voted for him,
casi todos,
almost
le
everyone,
está yendo un poco mal.
it's going a little bit wrong in their economy.
Sin embargo, a los hijos de Dios
However, the sons and
le
daughters
está
of
yendo
God,
de maravilla.
it is going marvelously for them.
Todo ahora en la medicina lo arreglan con una droga.
Everything now in medicine, they fix everything with a drug.
Ahora podemos fumar pasto todo el mundo, olvídate de eso.
Now everybody can smoke weed. Forget about it.
Al que le guste, busca una receta y ya es legal.
Whoever
Ya,
likes
ya
it,
nadie
you
te
know,
puede
go
acusar.
get a prescription and nobody can
No, tú
accuse
le
you
llamas,
no more.
papi, yo
It's
tengo un dolor de
legal.
espalda y tengo que...
No, I got such a pain on my back. I
fumar.
gotta smoke. I gotta smoke.
Me duelen los huesos.
My bones hurt.
Y ahora todo es legal.
Now everything is legal.
A los niños los están
The
endrogando
children.
desde pequeños. A los niños los están endrogando desde
The
pequeños.
children, they're being drugged from a young age.
¿Quiénes son los ayudantes?
And who are the helpers?
Sus papás.
The parents.
Le tienen 2 drogas
They have 2 drugs
para no oírlos gritar.
to not hear them scream.
El celular
The cell phone
y medicamentos.
and medications.
Ahora le dan un celular o
Now they give
una
them a cell
tablet
phone or a tablet
para que el nene se esté quieto.
so that he could stay still.
Como dice ese gran dicho.
Like that great saying says.
Ahora le dan un móvil
Now they give them a mobile device
para que no grite.
so that they don't scream.
Antes te gritaban
Before they would
y tú
scream
te
to
quedabas
you
inmóvil.
and you would stay unmovable.
Eso se llama disciplina.
That's called discipline.
Ahora callan al nene con el celular,
Now they make their child be quiet with the
con la
cell phone,
televisión.
with the TV.
El miedo está deteniendo
The
la
fear,
iglesia.
it is stopping the church.
La gente está preocupada porque la iglesia crezca. ¿Cuántas almas te has ganado?
The people are worried for the church to grow, but how many souls have you won over?
No ores para que la iglesia crezca.
Don't pray for the church to grow.
Gánate almas.
Win over souls.
Es más, te voy a decir más.
I'm going to tell you even more.
Uy, y esto te va a doler.
And this is going to be painful.
La oración no trae alma.
The prayer doesn't bring souls.
Esa oración que tú te pasas, Dios mío.
That prayer that you're always saying, my God.
No, tú
my
estás perdiendo
God.
el tiempo.
No, you're just wasting your time.
Esa oración es de un religioso.
That prayer is of a religious person.
Porque él añadiría los
Because
que han
he
de
would
ser,
add those that are to be,
pero entonces el pueblo tiene que ir y buscar
but the people have to go and seek for them
y hacer.
and make them.
Así que no oren más nada para que crezca la
So
iglesia.
don't pray anymore so that the church may grow.
No ores para que consigamos el tejero. Empieza a
Don't
ofrendar
pray
más grande.
so that we can find the land.
Hasta la traductora se turbó.
Even the translator got all disturbed.
Chécame que esté escuchándose bien el monitor de ella. Escúcheme bien. El cable está dañado. Ah, pues entonces hay que comprarlo si tú hay que comprar uno nuevo. Entonces ya si lo sabíamos eso.
If the cable of your ear monitor was bad, you know, we have to buy a new one. I
Escuche
didn't know
esto.
that.
No ore para que compremos el terreno.
But listen to this. Don't pray so that we could buy the
Empieza a
land.
ofrendar más.
You have to start giving more offering.
Deja el miedo y comienza a diezmar.
Stop that fear and start giving tithes.
Espérate, te voy a
Wait a
enseñar.
minute,
Es
I'm
que
gonna
el
teach you
miedo
here.
está
It's
deteniendo
that
la
the fear
iglesia.
is stopping the church.
Te voy a decir algo. Dios habló al principio.
I'm going to
algo
tell you
poderoso.
something. God spoke in the
El que lo
beginning
entendió,
something
lo entendió, y el
powerful.
que no, pues.
Whoever understood it fine and who didn't, well,
No sabemos enfrentar ese fantasma.
we don't know how to face that ghost.
¿Sabe por qué?
Do you know why?
Porque tenemos miedo.
Because we have fear.
Yo me acuerdo que cuando yo me convierto o el pensar de convertirme.
I remember that when I was going to convert, we're just thinking
Mire,
about converting.
mire el miedo mío.
Look at the fear that I had.
Ya antes, pero ahora tengo que dejar de beber.
Oh, but now I have to stop drinking.
Se me va a hacer bien difícil.
It's going to be very difficult.
Yo le decía, se me va a hacer bien
I used to
difícil.
say to Ed, that's going to be very
Yo
difficult.
no te garantizo.
I don't guarantee.
¿Sabe?
You know,
Tú nunca puedes hablar de algo que no has intentado.
you can never speak about something that you've never tried.
La gente habla mal de Dios
The people talk bad about God
porque no lo han intentado.
because they have not tried Him.
La gente no entiende y comprende a Dios
The people don't understand and comprehend God
porque no han tenido una relación con Él.
because they have not had a relationship with Him.
Cuando tenemos una relación,
When we have a relationship,
nosotros mismos.
we ourselves.
¿Cómo se llama? El pelotero de las grandes ligas que es
What's the
japonés
name
o
of
chino.
that baseball player
Que
of the
pichea
big
y
leagues?
batea bien.
He bats good and he's a good pitcher.
¿Cómo? ¿Cómo se llama?
What's his name?
Anyway, no, está bien. La cuestión es,
That's
todos
fine.
saben que el tipo está bueno.
Everybody knows
Tirando
that
en
the
el
guy is
picheo
very
y
good
bateando.
in pitching and batting.
¿Tú sabes qué es lo que lo distingue?
Do you know what distinguishes him?
Cuando está entre los grupos de gente
When he's amongst the group of people,
que ve basura y las recoge.
that he sees trash and he picks it up.
Va caminando y ve y lo recoge.
He's walking and he sees something and he picks it up.
El cristiano es al revés.
The Christians, they're backwards.
Tiran chicles aquí
They
enfrente
throw pieces of gum here out in the front
para que los pisen
so that
y
others
me
will
los traigan
step
para
on
la
them
carpeta.
and bring them into the carpet.
Él no tiró ese papel.
He didn't throw that piece of
Pero él
paper in
tiene
the
una
floor,
disciplina en su
but he
país.
has a discipline that comes
Su
from his
país
country.
tiene una disciplina.
His country has a discipline.
Yo no soy responsable de limpiar,
I am not responsible to clean,
pero soy responsable de no ensuciar.
but I am responsible of not making it dirty.
O sea, como soy responsable de no
So
ensuciar,
because I'm responsible of not
pues
making
nunca hay
it dirty,
sucio, nunca hay basura.
I never make it dirty. There's never trash.
¿sí o no?
Yes
Entonces,
or no?
la iglesia,
The church.
vamos a entender algo. Mire,
Let's
mire esto.
understand something. Look at this.
Mientras hay miedo,
While there's fear,
escuche bien.
listen well.
Mientras hay miedo,
While there's fear,
no podemos tener libertad.
we cannot have the freedom.
No la vamos a tener.
We're not going to have it.
La verdadera libertad.
The true freedom.
Uy, agárrate aquí.
And now
porque
I want you to grab onto
es
this
que
one.
viene un movimiento fuerte.
Because
Yo-
a very strong movement
bueno,
is
yo le
coming.
estaba hablando a Eda en
I
momentos
have been
dados
speaking to Eda at
y a
certain
ciertas
moments
personas
and to certain people
con lágrimas en mis ojos.
with tears in my eyes
Porque yo sé que como es Dios.
because I know how
Y
God
viene un
is.
movimiento pero poderoso.
And a powerful movement is coming.
Pero Dios nunca te tira las cosas así.
But God never throws things like that at you.
El caminar
The walk
de Dios
of God,
es diferente al del hombre.
it's different from the man.
Cuando tú eres libre
When you are free
del miedo, del
from the
temor,
fear,
por eso usted ve pareja.
that's why you see couples.
Yo conozco parejas que el marido o la mujer no puede ir ni a la esquina.
I know couples that the wife or the husband, they can't even go to the corner.
¿Con quién está?
Who are you with?
¿A quién llama?
Who did you call?
¿Por qué te tardaste en contestar?
Why did you take so long in answering?
Mira el noviecito.
Look, there's boyfriend and girlfriend.
Que si uno de los dos no contesta,
That if one of the two doesn't answer,
¿qué pasó?
what
Que te he
happened?
mandado 20 textos.
I've sent you 20 text messages.
Nene o nena, los dos, cualquiera de los dos.
Both, it's the women and the men.
Date cuenta
Notice
que eso va a ser así mismo en el
that
matrimonio.
that's exactly how it's going to be in the
Ese
matrimony.
aguijón, ese diablo no va a
That thorn,
cambiar.
that devil is not going to change.
Sí, porque es que el problema es que hay gente
Yes, because the problem is that there's
que
people
conocieron mujeres
that men,
y conocieron
women,
hombres, porque aquí
and
para los
men,
dos, aquí para los
men,
dos,
because this goes for both men
con
and
unas
women,
actitudes feísimas.
with some very
Y ahora
bad
están dando
attitudes,
que es en el matrimonio.
ugly attitudes, and now they're giving complaints in the
Cuando
matrimony.
el polen estaba alto, esa actitud no se notaba.
When the pollen was very high, that attitude was not noticeable.
La mataban con afrín.
You would kill it with a friend,
Dos pompazos y se
2
quitaba el
pumps,
problema.
and that problem would go away.
Agárrala en el aire si quieres.
Catch that one in the air if you want.
No había miedo,
There was no fear
porque todo iba a cambiar.
because everything was going to change.
El problema es que las cosas no cambian por el tiempo.
The problem is that things don't change by time.
El tiempo no es el que cambia a nadie.
Time is not the one that changes
Tú
anyone.
cambias durante el tiempo.
You change during the time.
Tú cambias durante el
You
tiempo.
change during the time.
¿Sí o no?
Yes or
Tú
no?
cambias durante el tiempo.
You change during the time.
Entonces, cuando la verdadera libertad que tenemos
When the true freedom that we have
afecta
affects
diferentes áreas de nuestra vida,
different areas of our life,
diferentes aspectos.
different aspects.
En el espiritual
In the spiritual,
es con el que tú puedes disfrutar la comunión con Dios.
it's with the one that you can enjoy the communion with God.
La persona que no es, el espiritual no es el que está apartado del pecado.
The spiritual is not the one that has separated from the sin.
No.
No.
El espiritual es el que tiene necesidad.
The spiritual one is the one that has
No se atreve a
necessity.
acostarse sin orar.
Doesn't dare to go to bed
No se
without
atreve a
praying.
dejar
Doesn't
de
dare
hablar con Dios durante el día.
to stop talking to God
No
during
se
the day.
atreve a violar las reglas de
Does
Dios.
not dare to violate the rules of
El
God.
espiritual es
The
libre
spiritual one is
y por
free.
eso tiene comunión con
And
Dios.
that's why he has communion with God.
La comunión con Dios
The communion with God,
solamente la gente libre la tiene.
only the people that are free can have
La
it.
atadura no te deja.
The bondage doesn't
La
allow you.
atadura no te deja ser libre.
The bondage doesn't
¿Cuál
allow you to be
atadura,
free.
pastor?
What bondage,
La
pastor?
droga, el alcohol, no.
The drugs, the
Vamos a
alcohol,
dejarle eso
no.
ya.
Forget about all that already.
Vamos a dejarle eso.
Let's stop that.
Porque siempre nos queremos justificar.
Because we always want to
alcohol,
justify ourselves.
el
The
pillo,
addicts,
el
the
adulto,
alcoholics,
el
the
fornicario.
thieves, the
Tranquilo.
fornicator, the
Tranquilo.
be calm, be calm.
Que aquí hay gente
There's people here
en la iglesia,
in the church,
en el evangelio.
in the gospel.
Hay gente
There's people
que son adictos
that are addicts
al celular.
to their cell phones.
Chequean más estatus
They check more their status
que lo que hablan con Dios.
than what they speak with God.
Aquí hay gente
There's people
que son
here
más adictos a la televisión
that are more addicts to TV
que a la Biblia.
than the Bible.
Aquí hay gente
There's people
que
here
duermen más que lo que oran.
that they sleep more than what they pray.
O sea, ¿viste qué tantas ataduras hay?
You know, do you see how many bondages there is?
Hay gente que tiene tanto miedo que no se atreven ni a hablar de Dios porque ellos
There's
son
people that are so
humildes.
scared that they don't even dare to
Humildes.
talk about God because they're very humble.
Cómprate un diccionario.
You have to buy a dictionary.
Otra área, la moral.
Another area, the
Cuando tú
moral.
eres libre,
When you are free,
de modo que puedes ser limpio del pecado con una conducta que pueda glorificar a Dios.
in a way that you could be cleansed from your sin and a conduct that you can glorify God.
La gente está muy equivocada.
The people have gotten it very wrong.
Todo lo han llamado malo.
They have called everything bad.
Todo. Yo hablaba con una persona y
I
le
was
dije,
talking with a
es que han
person and I
llamado
said,
tanto malo, tantas
It's
cosas,
that they have called bad so many things
que hubo un momento dado que la juventud no quería buscar de Dios.
that a certain moment the youth didn't want to seek
Porque
God
la gente quería que ellos se comportaran como viejos,
because the people wanted them to behave like old people,
que vistieran como viejos.
for them to dress like old people.
Entonces le pusieron un miedo.
And they put a fear into them.
Mire, lamentablemente hay padres y
Look,
yo
sadly,
trato
there's
de aconsejarlo,
parents,
pero
and I try to give them advice, but
hermano, deje de estar juzgando a su hijo por lo que usted hizo.
brothers, you have to stop judging your children according to what you did.
Si el varón era un mujeriego,
If the man was a
no
womanizer,
necesariamente tu hijo va a ser un
not
mujeriego.
necessarily your son is going to be that way.
Hermana, y si usted estaba
And sister,
como Angelita Lin cogiendo
If you
400
were like
metros,
Angelita Ling, that she was running 400 meters,
sí, que estaba
yes,
rápida.
you were very
Su
fast.
nena no tiene que ser así.
Well, your daughter doesn't have to be like that.
Deje de estar. Usted, le voy a enseñar algo
I'm
y,
gonna teach you
y
something
entienda
And understand
cuando confunden miedo con disciplina.
when you are confusing the fear with
Usted
discipline.
acusa tanto
You accuse so
que
much
abre la puerta
that you open
para
up the
que
door
su hija o su hijo
so that your
practique lo
daughter
que
or
usted
your son
practicó.
will go and practice what you practiced.
Porque usted lo está llamando.
Because you are calling
Yo
them.
era así.
I
Yo
was like
hacía
that. I
eso.
used to do
Yo
that.
estaba en esa
I was in
condición.
that
Yo
condition.
conozco ese
I
demonio.
know that demon.
No, ese demonio andaba contigo.
No, that demon, he walked around with you.
Abres la puerta.
You open up the door.
¿Qué le sucedió a Job?
What happened to Job?
Él mismo dijo,
He said it himself.
lea bien,
Read it
lo
correctly.
que me temía
What I feared
me ha acontecido.
has happened to me.
Yo llamé con el miedo
I called with the fear
y llegó.
and it came.
Entonces, por eso a veces Dios tiene que permitir que las cosas sucedan.
That's why God sometimes has to allow things to happen.
Escúchame bien,
Listen well.
que las cosas sucedan
He has to allow things to
para que haya
happen
un rompimiento.
so that there could be a breakthrough.
Porque la gente deja de acusar cuando tú lo haces.
Because the people stop accusing when you do it.
¿Sí o no?
Yes or no?
Yo sabía, después se
I
van tan
knew it.
seguros, tú los ves
And
tan
then they go so
espirituales.
sure with it. Then you see them very
¿Cómo es que
spiritual.
Dios te está revelando tantas cosas y no te
How is
revela
it
que
that
te
God is
endereces
revealing
tú?
to you so many things, but He doesn't reveal that you have
Tú.
to straighten yourself out?
¿Sí o no?
Yes or no?
El mental,
The mental one.
cuando hay libertad mental,
When there is a mental freedom,
para que seas digno de comunicar de la verdadera libertad en Dios.
so that you could be worthy of communicating in the true freedom in God.
Cuando tienes problemas,
When you have problems,
quieres actuar carnal.
you want to act in the
Cuando
carnal
se te
way.
quita el problema,
When the problem goes away,
quieres poner mano.
you want to lay hands.
Tienes que vestirte,
So you gotta,
peinarte, hacerte
you know,
rolo o pasarte blower.
You gotta get dressed. You gotta do your hair, blow
¿Sí o
dry
no?
it, or put rollers in
Cuando
it.
tienes problemas en el
When you
matrimonio,
have problems in the matrimony,
se te cae todo.
everything falls
Pero
apart.
cuando se te arregla, quieres hablarle a otros matrimonios.
But
¿De
when
qué
it's
le vas a
fixed,
hablar?
you
Dime.
want to talk to other matrimonies. What are you going to talk about?
¿De
Tell
qué?
me. What? Tell me.
No se puede.
You can't.
No se puede.
You can't.
Un joven que se quiere que quiere practicar pecado siempre va a buscar a otro que le gusta el pecado.
A youth that wants to practice sin
No
is
vas a
always
ver
going
un
to look for
joven
another
espiritual
youth
con uno
that
pecador.
likes to
No lo vas a
practice
ver.
sin. You're never
No
going to see one
lo vas
spiritual
a
with a
ver.
sinner
No
one.
existe.
You're not going to see it. It doesn't exist.
No existe.
It doesn't exist.
Si un joven huye de su casa
If a youth is fleeing
por
from his
violar
house
reglas,
because he is
tiene
violating
que
the
entrar donde
rules
le
of the house,
acepten
he has to enter where he is
las reglas que él
accepted
viola.
with the rules that he violated.
¿Sí o no?
Yes or no?
¿O soy yo el que está mal?
Or am I the one that's wrong?
Entonces, ¿por qué no me piden vivir conmigo?
Well, why don't they want to ask? Why don't they ask me to live with me?
¿Por qué no le piden, pastor? Es que yo quiero cambiar. Ah, pues
Pastors
véngase,
that I
yo
want
lo voy
to
a
change
cambiar.
will come. I'm going to change you.
Como salen en 90 días.
They'll leave in like
voy a
90
cambiar.
days. I'm going to change you.
El miedo.
The fear.
Cuando somos libres cambiamos lo social.
When we are free, we change the social.
Nos identificamos con la gente.
We identify ourselves with the people.
Servimos al prójimo con amor.
We serve our others with love.
¿Sí o no?
Yes or no?
Les servimos.
We serve.
Aprendemos
We learn
a ayudar a la gente.
to help the people.
Entonces, el miedo,
The fear.
el presente.
The present.
Mire esto.
Look at
Y me
this.
viene a la mente porque he estado hablando en eso de estos días.
And it comes to my mind because I've been talking about this in these
Te van
past
a
days.
vender algo barato.
They're going to sell something cheap.
Mira esto.
Look
Mira
at
dónde,
this.
mira dónde está la mentalidad
Look
del ser
where
humano.
the mentality of the human being is.
¿Qué tiene malo que lo estás vendiendo barato?
What does it have that is bad in it that you're selling it for cheap?
¿No te preguntan eso?
Don't they ask you that?
Tú le vas a, ¿y por qué lo estás dando tan barato?
But
¿Tiene algo
why are you
dañado?
giving it so cheap? Is something messed up or damaged in it?
No necesariamente
No,
tiene que tener algo
no.
dañado.
Not necessarily does it have to have something
Lo quiero
broken.
vender barato y ya, y punto, se acabó.
That's it. I'm going to sell it for cheap. That's it.
Entonces, el miedo nos lleva a nosotros en el
The
presente
fear takes us in the present
de tener tanta inseguridad por lo que estamos viendo.
to have so much insecurity because of what we're
¿Sí o
seeing.
no?
Yes or
La
no?
inseguridad.
The insecurity.
¿Cómo es que yo a veces hablo con hombres
How is it that sometimes I speak with men
que ya deben de ser hombres?
that should already be men,
Y yo digo, pero ¿y este todavía tiene
and
esta
I say,
mentalidad?
but this person still has this mentality?
Yo a veces digo, esto es en mi mente,
This
yo no
is
se lo
me in
digo,
my
yo no le
mind.
falta
I don't
respeto a la gente
literally
así.
say it. I don't
Y digo,
disrespect people
este
like
tiene que
that.
tener un mosquito en
But
el
I say,
cerebro.
this person has to have a mosquito for a brain.
Es que no tiene sentido.
Because it doesn't make any sense.
Hay cosas que como, mira, ¿sabes por qué la iglesia la gente está débil?
Do you know why the church, the people are
Por
weak?
falta de mensajes como este.
Because of lack of messages
Que
like this one.
corrija a la gente,
That is
que
gonna correct the
levante la
people
gente,
and lift
que
up the
exhorte
people
la
and
gente.
exhort the people.
El miedo.
The fear.
No sabemos enfrentar a ese miedo, a ese fantasma que
We don't
no
know how
es
to face
real.
that fear, that ghost that is not real.
Alguien nos dice para atrevernos a hacer algo
Somebody
y
says
no
so
lo
that we
hacemos.
could dare to do something, we don't dare to do it.
Mira el que está a tu lado y le voy a quitar la máscara al miedo.
Look at the one that's next to you and say, I'm going to take off the mask of fear.
Le voy a quitar la máscara a ese
I'm going to
fantasma.
take off the mask of that
Tengo
ghost.
que levantarme
I
como un
have to get
guerrero.
up like a warrior.
Tengo que levantarme como una
I
guerrera.
have to get up like a warrior.
Los años
The years
se están acabando.
are ending.
Tú tienes que entender.
You need to understand.
Escucha bien, el miedo.
Listen well,
El
the
miedo
fear.
no te deja tener amigos.
The fear doesn't allow you to
El
have
miedo no
friends.
te deja tener un matrimonio
The
bueno.
fear doesn't allow you to have a good
El miedo no
matrimony.
te deja invertir.
The fear doesn't allow you to
El miedo no
invest.
te deja
The
avanzar.
fear doesn't allow you to advance.
La gente le excusa, ya estoy viejo para eso.
The people, the excuse, I'm too old for that.
Claro, yo no voy a hacer cosas que hace un nene de 20
Of course,
años.
I'm not going to do things that a 20-year-old is going to do.
Brincar o
Like jumping
hacer maroma.
or
No,
twirling
no.
around or doing things.
No,
No,
ya,
no,
no
none of
tengo
that.
esa fuerza.
I don't have that strength.
Pero sabes que tú dejas de vivir cuando tú te cansas.
But you know that you stop living when you get tired.
Hay gente que ya se murió y
There's
están
people
caminando.
that have already died, but they're still walking.
Hay mujeres que ya no se arreglan en la casa porque ya llevan 20 años de matrimonio.
There's women that no longer fix themselves up in the household because they've been married for 20 years.
Están como Batman.
They're like Batman.
Y hay hombres
And
también.
there's men too.
Cuando que tú sabes que Batman se mete en una cueva y sale disfrazado.
You know that Batman gets into the cave and then he comes out all with his disguise on.
Así hay mujeres.
That's how
Ra,
they're
ra, y te ve, ay,
Ra, and you say, but
esa maldita bata.
why do you have that cursed nightgown on?
La tiran y tú la ves que queda enganchada sola.
They throw it and it hangs itself already.
Hay hombres que con el mismo corto todas las
And there's
noches,
men with the same shorts every night,
con la misma sudadera todo el
with the
día.
same sweats on all day.
No.
No,
Vamos a dejar el
no,
miedo
no,
que ya
no.
estoy viejo. Al
Let's stop
contrario,
saying, "No, I'm
entre
older."
más viejo,
On the
más hay
contrary.
que provocar.
The older you are, the more you gotta provoke.
Ahí es donde la sazón se pone buena.
There's where the seasoning gets good.
Ay, hay gente que tiene fecha para tener sexo.
There's people that have dates to have sex.
Qué bueno que a mí nadie me ha confesado eso.
How
Para que
good
no,
that nobody has
te lo digo
confessed
por
that to
mí.
me.
Si tú
'Cause I
eres
don't
uno
want
de
to
esos,
say,
ten
"Oh,
cuidado.
he said it because of me."
Usted tiene que hacer como el del chiste.
You gotta do like the one of that joke.
La mujer le dijo, aquí se bebe
The wife said, "Here we drink
los días que empiecen con M.
the days that start with an M."
Te tuve que hacer unos arreglos, unos ajustes.
You know, I had to make some adjustments to the joke.
A beber el lunes. Hoy es lunes, papá, hoy es lunes.
He went to drink
No hay
on
problema,
Monday,
mi amor.
and she said, "It's Monday, it's Monday."
Llegó el martes,
Tuesday
llegó el
came,
miércoles.
Wednesday came.
Parece que todavía el miércoles se había dado
It seemed like on
bastante.
Wednesday he still had drank a
Y
lot.
cuando se levantó el jueves,
And when he got up on
hoy es
Thursday,
jueves.
he said, "Today's
Ella, mi amor,
Thursday."
hoy es jueves y mañana es viernes.
And he said, "Well, honey, today is Thursday and tomorrow's Friday."
O cambias tú
Either you
o
change
te mueres.
or you
Pero el
die.
miedo hay que quitarlo.
But the fear
Las
you have to
familias
lose.
se están
The families
destruyendo
are being
por el
destroyed
miedo,
because of the fear,
por tabúes.
because of the taboos.
¿Cómo podríamos definir el miedo?
How would we be able to define the fear?
Primeramente, se origina en el huerto.
First, it's originated in the garden.
Se remonta ya al principio de la humanidad.
It started over there in the beginning of the humanity.
¿Sí o no?
Yes or no?
¿Cómo se forma? ¿Cómo es la
How is
forma
it formed?
gestadora o se gesta ese miedo?
How was that fear formed?
La desobediencia.
The disobedience.
La desobediencia.
The disobedience.
Todo comienza a fracasar cuando entramos en
It
desobediencia.
all starts failing when we enter into
Ya yo
disobedience.
se lo he dicho a los hombres y a las
I've already
mujeres.
said it to the men and the women.
Si estás muy cansado
If you are too
todos los
tired
días,
every day,
estás trabajando mucho.
you are working too much.
¿Para qué quieres trabajar mucho
What do you want to work a lot for?
y pierdas la familia?
And you're going to lose your family.
Que tengamos cosas muy bonitas,
That we are going to have beautiful things,
pero que todo sea tipo roommate.
but everything is going to be like a roommate style situation.
El miedo, el miedo.
The
el miedo.
fear, the fear.
Entonces, mira lo que dice Marcos 6, capítulo 6, verso 45.
Look what it says in Mark
Iglesia,
chapter
tienes que
6, verse
despertar.
45.
La juventud
Church,
tiene
you
que
have to wake up.
despertar.
The youth has to wake up.
La juventud tiene que despertar.
The youth has to wake up.
Mira lo que dice aquí.
Look what it says here.
Cada persona que conoces en la vida
Every
es una
person
hoja
that you meet in life is like a leaf.
que enriquece tu algo.
It will enrich your tree.
Muchas se pierden con el viento.
Many are lost with the wind.
Otras
Others
jamás se desprenderán.
will never let go.
¿Qué te está diciendo?
What is it saying?
Todo es un riesgo.
Everything is a
¿Quieres
risk.
un amigo?
You want a friend?
Peléalo.
Well, you have a friend,
Lucha.
fight for them.
Va a haber desacuerdos,
There's gonna be
va a haber
disagreements.
desilusiones,
There's gonna
va a
be
haber
letdowns.
problemas,
There's
va a
gonna
haber
be problems.
peleas,
There's
va a
gonna
haber
be fights.
traición.
There's going to be betrayal.
Oh, sí,
No, Pastor, yes.
esa es la realidad de la
That's the
humanidad.
reality of the humanity.
¿Sabe cuándo tú puedes exigir algo?
Do you know when you can demand for
Cuando
something?
tú no lo haces.
When you don't do it.
Si tú no eres un mentiroso,
If you're not a
pues
liar,
tú exiges que no mientas.
well, you should demand for them not to
¿Sí
lie
o
to
no?
you. Yes or no?
Pero la primera mentira que podemos tener
But the first lie that we can have
es que no somos libres.
is that we're not free.
Nos mentimos y no nos damos cuenta.
We lie to
Cuando yo
ourselves and we
tengo
don't notice.
ataduras,
When I have bondages,
yo no soy libre, entonces yo
I'm not
miento
free.
si digo que soy libre.
So I'm lying if I say that I'm free.
Dice el verso 45.
Verse 45 says,
Enseguida Jesús hizo que sus discípulos subieran a la barca y se le adelantaran al otro lado, a Betsaida, mientras él despedía a la multitud. Cuando se despidió, fue a la montaña a orar. Al anochecer la barca se hallaba en medio del lago y Jesús estaba en tierra solo. En la madrugada vio que los discípulos hacían grandes esfuerzos para remar, pues tenía el viento en contra. Se le acercó a ellos caminando sobre el agua e iba a pasarlos de largo.
Immediately, Jesus made his disciples get into the boat and go ahead of him to Bethsaida while he was dismissing the crowd. After leaving them, he went on up a mountainside to pray. Later that night, the boat was in the middle of the lake and he was alone on land. He saw that the disciples were straining at the oars because the wind was against them. Shortly before the break of dawn, he went out walking on the lake to them.
¿Cuál fue la orden?
What was the order?
Que cruzaran.
For them to
Ahora
cross.
yo te hago una pregunta.
Now I ask you a question.
Yo sé que tú eres Dios,
And I know you're going to come and say, oh no, God, the Holy Spirit. Position yourself. Position
Dice
yourself.
que él se fue a orar.
It says that he went to pray.
¿Sí o no?
Yes or no?
Él se fue a orar.
He went to pray.
Y él estaba todavía ¿dónde? En la madrugada. Toda la noche y él estaba en la madrugada ¿dónde?
The whole night, and at the break of dawn, he was where?
En tierra a la orilla, ¿sí? ¿No?
He was on land, on the water's edge.
Ahora, ¿cómo él los veía y ellos no lo veían a él?
And how was it that he could see them and they were not seeing him?
¿Por qué decimos que estaban en el medio, allá
Why
en
do
la
we say
profundidad?
that they were over there in the middle in
Si
the
él
deep
dice que
section?
los veía
If he was saying that he could see them,
fatigados remando,
they were straining at the oars.
parece que no se habían movido mucho.
It seems like they had not moved too much.
Porque hay gente
Because there's
que
people
rema,
that they row,
rema,
and they row, and they row,
rema,
and they
y
row.
por el miedo
And because
no
of
se han
fear,
movido.
they have not moved.
No han emprendido lo que Dios les
They
dijo.
have not started what God told them.
Porque tienen miedo a
Because
emprender
they're
algo
scared
nuevo.
of starting something new.
La desobediencia.
The
Si Dios te
disobedience.
dijo brinca,
If
brinca.
God told you to jump,
Si
jump.
Dios te dijo habla,
If
habla.
God told
Si
you to
Dios
speak,
te dijo
speak.
adora,
If
adora.
God said
Si Dios
worship,
te dijo
worship.
que gritaras,
If God
grita.
said
Si
scream,
Dios te
scream.
dice vamos a alabar,
If God
vamos a
says,
alabar.
let's
Si
worship,
el pastor
let's worship.
dice
If the
ponte
pastor
pie,
said,
ponte en
stand
pie y
up,
alabemos.
stand up and
Póngase en
worship.
pie y alabe.
Well, stand up and worship.
¿Sí o no?
Yes or no?
Hay veces
There's times
que corporativamente el
that
pastor quiere
corporately
provocar algo
the pastor wants to provoke
y
something,
lo impiden los changos.
and the childish people impedes it.
No estoy hablando de las
No,
visitas.
I'm not talking about the visitors.
No,
No.
sí, porque los espirituales rápidos, los que ya
Yeah,
en tiempo
because the
pegan.
spiritual ones quickly, they say,
Eso lo está diciendo por este
oh, he's
que
saying that
vino
because
hoy,
of this
por
person
aquella que
that came
vino.
today, or
No, estoy
she
diciendo
that
por
came today.
los que son de aquí.
No, I'm saying it for those that are people from here.
Son los que detienen a veces
They're the ones that sometimes stop.
bendiciones grandes.
Big blessings.
Mano, vamos a gritar y tú
Brothers,
los ves a
let's
ellos.
scream and you see them.
¿Cuál es la murmuradera de este?
Why are you
¿Cuál es
murmuring?
la murmuradera de esta?
Why is this person murmuring?
Si el pastor dijo vamos a gritar,
If the pastor
vamos a
said,
gritar
let's
porque
scream,
algo va a pasar.
let's scream because something's going to happen.
Mire, usted sabe por qué usted no es partícipe de las murallas allá de Jericó.
Look, do you know why you're not a participant of the
Porque
walls
por
over there
muchos
in
de
Jericho?
ustedes las murallas no hubieran
Because of
caído.
many of you, the walls would have not fallen. Are fallen.
¿Sí o no?
Yes or no?
¿Qué dijo? Cuando escuchen el sonido
What
de
he
la
said,
trompeta,
Listen
¿qué
to
dijo?
the
Que
sound
hiciera
of the
que la
trumpet. What did he
gente
say? For the people to do.
que gritara.
For them to scream.
Así que usted mismo dése cuenta que usted puede haber sido culpable.
So you notice yourself that
De
you
que
could have
aquellas
been at
murallas
fault
no cayeran.
for those walls to not have fallen.
Hay murallas en tu vida que no,
There's walls in your life that don't,
porque tú tienes miedo a hacer algo sobre lo normal.
because you're scared of doing something that is
Tienes miedo a
supernatural.
brincar como un
You're
loco.
scared of jumping like a
Tienes
crazy
miedo a
person.
brincar como una loca.
You're scared of jumping like a crazy person.
Tienes miedo. A veces es que los tacos, pues.
Oh, no, it's that my heels.
No venga más en tacos.
Well, don't come here in heels no
No
more.
venga más en tacos.
Don't come in here heels no more.
Si el taco es un problema,
If the heels are a
pues no te
problem,
lo ponga.
don't wear them.
¿Sí o no?
Yes or no?
Al sonido de la trompeta,
At the sound of the trumpet,
griten.
scream.
¿Qué iban a imaginar ellos?
What were they
¿No
going to
te das
imagine?
¿No te das cuenta?
Don't you notice?
¿Quién entonces tumba las murallas?
Who's the one that knocks down the walls?
¿El grito o
The
la
scream
obediencia?
or the obedience?
Entonces parece que Dios hizo así a la muralla.
So it seems like God did like this to the walls.
Cuando tú alabas, Dios aplasta tu problema.
When you worship, God will smash down
Cuando
your
tú alabas,
problem.
Dios cambia
When
tu
you
marido.
worship, God is going to change your husband.
Cuando tú alabas, Dios
When you
cambia a tu
worship,
esposa.
God is going to change your
Cuando
wife.
tú alabas, Dios
When you
cambia a tus
worship,
hijos.
God is going to change
Cuando
your
tú
children.
alabas, tú te
When you
apartas
worship,
de lo que te
you
detiene.
separate from that stops you.
La desobediencia.
The disobedience.
Si Dios te dijo que iba a hacer algo contigo,
If
no
God said He
tengas
was going to do
miedo.
something with you, don't be afraid.
Hazlo porque algo va a
Do it,
suceder.
because something is going to happen.
Date cuenta.
Notice.
Mira, cuando tú quieres hacer lo que otro está haciendo,
Look, when you want to do what others are doing,
tú lo que estás buscando es pon.
you're just looking for hitchhiking a ride with that person.
Si abre una tienda de vender juegos de video,
Yes, this person opens up a video
y
store.
como allí se está vendiendo un montón de videos,
And because
ahora
they're selling
viene
a
este y
bunch
quiere
of
abrir otra
videos,
tienda de video acá.
Here, another person wants to open up another store of selling
Esa gente
videos.
no tienen definición.
Those people don't have definition.
Esa gente están buscando que
Those
aquello
people
está
are just
produciendo y
seeking.
yo lo quiero hacer.
That is producing, and I want to do that.
No tengas miedo.
Don't be scared.
No seas como esta generación ahora que todo lo arregla con rendirse.
Don't be like this generation now that they fix it all with
No
surrendering.
permita
Don't
que
allow
la
it.
atadura que está ocurriendo
Don't
ahora,
allow that bondage that is happening now.
que ahora las familias son distorsionadas.
Now the
No,
families
parece
are
firme.
distortioned. No,
Usted
stand
como
firm.
hombre si lo eres
You as a
y
man,
mujer
you're a
si lo
man.
eres,
And a
y
woman,
digan,
you're
no,
a
aquí
woman.
se vive de
And
esta
say,
manera,
no, here we're gonna
aquí
live
se
this
alaba
way.
de esta manera,
Here we worship
aquí
this
la
way.
familia es entre
Here
un
the
hombre
family
y una mujer.
It's of a man and a woman.
Mentes distorsionadas,
Minds that
gente
are distorted.
frustrada,
Minds
gente
that are
que no están comprometidas,
frustrated. Minds
gente
that are
con
not
problemas
fulfilled.
mentales.
Minds with
No
mental
permita que
problems.
deterioren
Don't
tu
allow them to
familia.
deteriorate your family.
Pero el miedo,
But the fear,
ay, que sí.
it's that if,
No.
no,
El temor,
the fear.
según el diccionario, ya
According
te
to the
dije,
dictionary, I already told you,
pasión del ánimo
the passion of your animation,
se pierde.
you lose it.
No hay pasión.
There's no passion.
No hay pasión.
There's no passion.
¿Tú sabes cuánto me costó a mí?
Do you know how much it cost me
Estar donde estoy.
to be where I'm at?
Para los que no me conocen, no
For
lo
those
saben,
that don't
o si
know
le han
me or
dicho un
don't know it,
chismecito.
or if they have told you some gossip.
28 años.
28 years,
23 en el ministerio.
23 in the ministry.
Quieren tener el tiempo que yo tengo.
But they want to have the time that I have.
No, para eso tienes que tener la pasión que yo tengo.
No, for that you have to have the passion that I
Y
have.
tienes que haberte negado a todo.
And you must have first denied
Todos los
yourself to
privilegios,
everything,
todos los
all the
beneficios.
privileges, all the benefits.
Oh. ¿Sí o no?
Yes or
Y
no?
tengo que repetirlo y la gente dirá, pero
And I
es
have
que,
to repeat
es
it, and the
que, es que
people
hay
might
gente que
say,
tiene amnesia.
You know, but it's that there's probably people that have amnesia.
O el que no me conoce.
Or the ones that don't know
Yo
me.
no llegué aquí enmayado.
Look, I did not come here dying of hunger.
Yo llegué, que tenía mis negocios,
When I came, I
trabajaba.
had my
Yo llegué con
businesses.
dinero, yo
I
no llegué
worked,
pelado.
I came here with money. I was not broke.
Carros nuevos.
I had new cars.
Entonces tengo que dejarlo todo.
But I had to let go
Porque
of
estaba
everything.
apasionado
Because I was
por un
passionate
mensaje.
for a message.
Estaba apasionado por
I was
una
passionate
predicación.
for a
Estaba
preaching.
apasionado
I was
porque
passionate
Dios me había dicho
because God had
que iba a hacer
said to me
algo conmigo.
that he was gonna do
No le
something with
tuve
me.
miedo al problema.
I didn't have
No le
fear of the
tuve
problem.
miedo a
I
nada.
didn't have fear of anything.
Se pierde todo eso.
You lose all
Un
of that.
sentimiento instintivo.
An instinctive
Se pierde
feeling.
todo
You
eso.
lose it all.
Mira,
Look,
no le pidas a Dios un hombre perfecto.
don't ask God for a perfect
Porque
man
nunca te lo va a dar.
because he's never going to give him to you.
No le pidas a una mujer perfecta.
Don't
porque no
ask
te
for
la va a
a
dar.
perfect woman because he's not going to give her to
No va a
you.
traer a alguien perfecto para que tú lo dañes.
He's not going to bring somebody perfect so that you may damage them.
Porque si tú tienes que darte cuenta que entonces tú eres perfecto.
Because then you have to notice that you are
¿Sí
perfect.
o no?
Yes
Entonces
or
el
no?
miedo, el miedo.
But
el
the
miedo.
fear, the fear.
Mire,
Look,
usted dice cuenta de algo.
you have to notice something.
El miedo.
The fear.
Gente que no se monta en un avión
People that don't get into an airplane
porque le da miedo a la altura.
because they're scared of heights.
Como si tuviera la cabeza fuera del avión.
Like if your head was sticking out of the airplane.
No se montan en un crucero
They don't get on a cruise ship
porque hay mucha agua.
because it's too much water.
Pero es que tú no vas a nadar para
But
allá.
you're not going to swim over there.
¿Y si se hunde?
But
Mire,
how about if it
hermano,
sinks?
cuando usted se vaya a morir,
Look, when you are going to die,
se va a morir. Si es en el agua,
if it's in the water,
te vas a morir en tu bañera.
you can die in your shower, in your bath.
Si es en el aire,
If it's in the
te vas
air,
a caer por las escaleras de tu casa.
You can fall down your steps at your house.
Deja el miedo.
You have to stop all
El
that
miedo
fear
está deteniendo a la
because
gente.
that's stopping the people.
Una precaución sospechosa todo el
A
tiempo.
suspicious precautions, being precautious suspiciously all the time.
Este es de Dios, este no es de Dios, este es de Dios.
He's of God, she's
¿Cómo
of God.
tú quieres
this one's
decirle a
not.
la gente que es de Dios si tú elegiste sin saber si era Dios?
How do you want to say to the people if they're of God or not, if you chose without knowing if they were of God or not?
No entiendo eso.
I don't understand that.
No entiendo.
I don't understand.
Queremos que Dios me revele.
We want God to
Pero,
reveal.
ok, Dios te va a revelar para darte dolor de cabeza a veces.
Okay, God is going to reveal to you sometimes to give
Hazte
you
una
headaches.
pregunta.
But ask yourself a question.
¿Por qué no le preguntas a Dios cómo está? Revélame cómo está mi relación contigo.
Why don't you ask God, reveal to me how my relationship with
¿En
you
qué
is?
nivel yo estoy contigo?
What level am I at with you?
Hay un anuncio ahí en un clip de un minuto
There is an announcement, a clip of just a minute
de Floyd Mayweather.
of Roy Mayweather.
Así era. Del
That's how
boxeador.
it is, right? The
Dando
boxer.
una cátedra de disciplina.
He's given a lesson in
Yo la voy a
discipline.
poner aquí un día.
I'm going to put it up here one day
Para que usted vea por qué es que la gente llega a éxito y otros no.
so that you could see why some people make it to success and others
Cuando
don't.
no hay pasión y disciplina.
When there's no passion or discipline.
Mire, cuando
No.
lo que tú estás haciendo no está produciendo, no es la gente, el problema eres tú.
When what you are doing is not producing, the problem is not the people, the problem is you.
El problema eres tú.
The problem is you.
Aquí estamos produciendo, por lo menos yo estoy
Here,
produciendo.
we're producing. At
La
least
iglesia
I'm
está
producing.
produciendo.
The
Quiere
church is
decir que
producing.
si usted no progresa, el
So if you
problema es
don't
suyo, no es
progress,
mío.
the problem is yours, not mine.
Es suyo, no es mío.
It's yours, not
Entonces,
mine.
yo tengo que perder el miedo.
So I have to lose the fear.
Una emoción humana.
A human
El
emotion.
bíblico tiene que ver con la pasión, con el
Biblically, it has to
sentimiento,
do with the passion,
con
with the
ese
feeling,
ánimo.
with that encouragement.
Humanamente.
Humanly,
No dejamos. El niño va a salir en un grupo.
if the child is going to go
Bueno,
out
ya cuando
with
tienen
a
edad,
group,
cuando
I'm
tienen
talking
edad.
about when they're older already.
Tú no lo dejas ir porque aquí van tres malos.
But you don't let them go
Mire,
because
déjeme
3
decirle
bad
algo.
kids or 3 bad boys are going
Más
there.
malo eres tú.
Well, let me tell you something. You are even
Más
worse.
malo eres tú.
Even worse than
¿Cómo,
you.
pastor? Claro,
Well,
no,
how,
no
pastor?
lo va a salir.
You're not going to let
¿Quiénes
him go
van ahí?
out.
Ah, no, ahí todos fuman pasto y
Who
beben
else,
home.
who
Ahí,
else is
no.
going to go? You know, everybody smokes
Ahí
weed,
no lo vas a
everybody
dejar.
smokes alcohol, drinks alcohol. You're not going to let him go with a group like that.
No confíes en la gente.
But don't trust in the people.
Confía en tu hijo.
Trust in your son or your daughter.
Si tú le estás diciendo a tu hijo,
So you are saying to your son,
digo, hay hijos que ya como han violado la
I mean,
confianza,
there's
se la
sons
tienen
that
que
because
volver
they
a
have
ganar.
already
Para si lo
violated
quieres
the trust, they
acomodar.
have to earn that trust again. You know, if you try to accommodate my words,
Si la
to what is
violaste
not.
la confianza,
If
ahora
you
te la tienes que
violated
volver
that trust,
a ganar.
now you have to earn it again.
Porque no fue la gente que rompió la
Because
regla,
it
fuiste
wasn't the
tú.
people that broke the rules, it was you.
Eso es porque hay 2 o 3 jóvenes que les gusta
Yes,
usar
because
estas
there's
cosas.
2 or 3 of the youth that like to use
¿Viste lo
these
que dijo el
things.
pastor? Que confíes en mí.
Oh, did you see what the pastor
Entonces tú le vas a
said?
decir
Trust
así,
in
pero tú
me.
viste cómo él lo arregló.
You're going to say that, but you're going to say, did you see how he fixed
Porque
it?
tú violaste la regla, ahora tienes que volvértela a ganar.
But because you violated the rules, now you have to earn it again.
¿Sí o no?
Yes or no?
Cuando el miedo,
When the fear,
mire,
look,
neva,
it snows
la gente no sale de la casa.
and the people don't leave their
Porque
houses
es un peligro
because it's
para ir
dangerous
para la iglesia.
to go to the church.
Pregúntale cuando bebían.
But ask them when they used to drink.
A ver si no salían en la nieve.
To see if they wouldn't go out when it was snowing.
Pregúntale a mucha gente que no vienen al servicio porque tienen un dolorcito de costillita.
Ask a lot of people that don't come to the service because one of their ribs is hurting.
Porque tienen un dolorcito de estómago.
Because they have a little stomach
Porque
ache.
tienen un dolorcito de pierna.
Because they have a little leg ache.
Porque están embarazadas y el olor le molesta.
Because they're pregnant and the smells bothers them.
Mi pregunta es esta.
My question is this.
Cuando ibas para la discoteca, ¿qué
When you
dolor,
used
qué
to go to
dolor
the
te
clubs,
paraba?
what smell would stop
¡No
you?
mientas!
Don't lie.
¿Qué dolor te paraba?
What pain would stop you?
¿Qué dolor no te tenía?
What pain would stop us?
Muchacho, allá si era la pierna, tú veías uno bailando.
If it was the leg, you would see people dancing. Forget about
o se
that.
cura la pierna
The
o
leg is going to
algo
be
pasa.
healed or something's going to happen.
Si era dolor de estómago,
If it was a stomach ache,
dame un vodka strike.
give me a vodka straight up.
A ver si mato está el hombre
Let me
que
see
está
if I
dando
can
vuelta ahí.
kill this worm that is just going around inside.
Tenemos que aprender algo, iglesia.
We got to learn something,
Cuando
church.
somos libres,
When we are free,
no le tememos a las
we
cosas.
don't fear things.
Yo no estoy diciendo que no seamos precavidos,
And
que
I'm not
seamos
talking that we don't have to be precautious.
consideremos las
That,
cosas.
you know, we have to consider things.
Padres, la
Parents,
gente
the people
le tienen miedo a todo lo que va a tocar.
that are scared of everything that they're going to touch.
Hay cosas que si yo se las dijera a usted aquí se escandaliza la gente, por
Look,
supuesto.
there's things that if I were to say here, the people would be scandalized, of course.
La conciencia humana.
The human conscious.
Nosotros no nos preocupamos hasta que sabemos que hay algo malo.
We don't worry until we know that there's something that is bad.
Deteste el temor. Deje ese
You
miedo.
should hate the fear. You have to
Cambia,
stop
voy a
that
levantar
fear.
mi casa.
You know, you got to change it and say, I'm
Voy
going
a
to lift up my
levantar mi
household.
familia.
I'm going to lift up my family.
Ya me cansé
I got tired
de ser
already
el mismo,
of
la
being
misma,
the same.
de tener lo mismo,
Of
de dar
having
hablar
the
las
same.
mismas quejas,
Of giving
de
the
estar
same
hablando las
complaints.
mismas boberas,
speaking the
de estar
same
quejándome
foolishness.
por lo mismo.
Of complaining for the same.
La gente tiene tanto temor
The people have so many
que hay gente
fears,
que ni
so
disfruta
many
sus
fears
vacaciones
that there's people that don't even enjoy their
y
vacations.
pasan hambre por no engordar.
And they go through hunger because they don't want to gain weight.
Yo no me como el capitán porque
I don't eat the captain because
el miedo
The
de la
fear
realidad,
of the reality.
cuando estamos detectando el temor,
When
¿cómo
we
lo
are
podemos detectar?
when we are detecting that fear, how can
La
we detect
realidad
it?
del temor,
The reality of the fear.
temor al futuro.
The fear of the future.
Tuviste problemas en el matrimonio.
You had
Ahora
problems
lo
in your
estás
matrimony.
arreglando.
Now you're
Olvídate de todo esto
Well,
que
forget
sucedió
about all of
aquí.
this that happened
Pon
here.
esto al olvido.
Put this into
Esto
the
no
forgotten.
sirve. Es
is
el
useless.
futuro.
It's
La
the future.
gente tiene miedo al
The people
futuro.
are scared of the future.
¿Qué va a pasar mañana?
What is going to happen
¿Qué va a pasar
tomorrow?
luego?
What is going to happen
¿Qué
later?
sucederá?
What is going to happen?
¿Vendrá el Señor? ¿No
Is
vendrá?
the Lord going to come or not?
Hay temor colectivo.
There's a collective fear.
Pregúntale a los que me conocen bien.
You can ask those that know
Pues
me very
échate
well.
para allá que yo no,
well,
a
just
mí me
move
gusta
away
hacer estas
because
cosas.
I like to do these things.
Cuando yo me voy a divertir,
When I'm going to enjoy
es mejor
myself,
que tú tengas la mente de
it's
divertirte
better for
o
you to
vete
have
de
the
mi lado
mindset
porque yo el
of
zorroso no
enjoying
quiero a mi lado.
yourself, or you have to leave my side because I don't want anybody boring next to me.
Vamos a nadar. Vamos a nadar.
Let's swim.
Y tú vienes
And you come.
y quieres hablar de un problema de la iglesia.
But you want to talk about a problem of the church.
Sí. Vamos a hablar.
I'm going to be like, let's talk. And I'm going to...
Hay cosas que tenemos que
There's
entenderlas.
things that we need to understand that.
Si yo hubiese tenido miedo al inglés,
If I
al
would have
frío,
been
al
scared
problema,
of
a los
English,
trabajos,
of the cold weather, of the problems, the jobs,
yo siempre he dicho,
I've always said,
del país que seas,
whatever country you may
Incluyendo
be
Puerto
from,
Rico.
including Puerto Rico.
si viniste para aquí a ser un vago, mira, vete para tu país otra
If
vez.
you came here to be a lazy person, look, go
Vete
back to
para
your
allá
country.
a
Go
atrasar
back.
a otro.
To delay somebody else.
¿Sí o no?
Yes or no?
Hay temores colectivos.
There's collective fears.
Cuando tú vas a orar,
When you're going to pray,
tú no puedes orar con los que quieren orar.
you cannot pray with those that want to pray.
Tú tienes que orar
You have to pray
con los que tienen hambre de
with
orar.
those that are hungry to pray.
Yo es muy raro que ore colectivamente.
You know, it's very rare that I pray collectively.
Porque cuando yo digo que yo voy a orar,
Because when I say that I'm going to pray,
yo voy a orar.
I am going to pray.
Yo no voy a estar a mitad de oración para usar el baño
I am
6
not going to
veces.
get up halfway through my prayer to go to the bathroom like 6 times.
Chequeando el celular.
Or checking my cell phone.
Eso es lo primero que hago. Lo pago
That's
y
the
lo
first thing that I
pongo
do.
en silencio y lo pongo
I
al
turn it
revés.
off or I put
Para
it
que la luz no
on
me dé.
silent and I put it backwards so that I
Porque
don't
yo
see
voy a
the light.
hablar con Dios.
Because I'm going to talk with God.
No, y si una llamada
How
importante,
about if it's an
pues
important
entonces
phone
todavía
call?
no has estado en la esfera
Well,
de
you
que
still
Dios
have
es
not
más
been in the atmosphere that
importante.
God is more important.
Por eso tu oración no puede
That's why
ser
your
entonces
prayer
como la de aquel.
Cannot be like that person's
Deja
prayer.
el miedo.
Stop the fear.
Deja el miedo.
Stop the fear.
¿Sí o no?
Yes or no?
¿Qué son vacaciones? ¿Qué son vacaciones?
What are vacations? What
¿Quién
is
sabe
a
la
vacation?
definición correcta?
Who knows the correct definition of a vacation?
Es un tiempo de que
It's a time of what?
es un tiempo de relajamiento
It's a time
mental
of mental
que
relaxation
tu físico lo usa.
that your physical uses it.
Pero no sueltas el celular y que quieres enterarte del bochinche
But you
del
don't let go
hermano,
of your cell phone.
del
You want to
hijo,
find out of the
del
gossip
otro,
of the brother,
¿qué
of
está
the son,
pasando en la
of that
iglesia?
person, what's
¿Quién
happening in the
faltó?
church,
¿Quién no
who
faltó?
was absent, who was not absent.
¿Qué hace tu hijo? ¿Qué no hace tu
What your
hijo?
son is doing,
¿Dónde
what your
está
son
tu
is not
hijo?
doing,
¿Dónde no
where is
está
your
tu
son,
hijo?
where your
Mira,
son
hermano,
is
eso no
not.
son vacaciones.
Look, brothers, that is not a vacation.
Te voy a decir por qué.
I'm going to tell you
Porque
why.
tienes miedo
Because you're scared
de que mientras tú te diviertes,
that while you're enjoying
algo malo
yourself,
pase.
something
Entonces
bad can
estás en
happen.
dos aguas.
So you're in two waters.
El problema
The problem.
no es que ya voy a terminar, pero
No, and I'm
me
gonna finish.
quedé cortísimo, pero es que Dios
But
hizo algo lindo al
I had
principio.
no time, but God did something beautiful in the beginning.
Temor a lo desconocido.
The fear of the
Hoy te
unknown.
tengo todos los versos, pero no te los estoy
Oh,
dando.
and
Temor a lo
I have all the
desconocido.
verses for this, but I'm not giving it to you. But the fear of the unknown.
A lo desconocido.
The unknown.
¿Cómo yo sé que esto es bueno?
How do I know that this is good?
Tengo que tratarlo.
Well, I got to try it.
No te juntes con esa gente
Don't get together with those
que
people
todo es un problema.
that everything is a problem for them.
Porque tú vas para esa iglesia tan lejos.
Why are you going to that church that is so far?
¿Para qué tú vas a esa iglesia si ahí hablan español y tú hablas inglés?
But why do you go to that church? They speak Spanish there and you speak English.
¿Para qué tú vas para esa iglesia?
What are you going to that church for?
Ahí hacen mucho ruido.
There they make a lot of noise.
Siempre va a haber alguien que te va a hablar algo que no es.
There's always going to be somebody that is going to speak something that is not.
La única forma que tú puedes juzgar este lugar
The only way that you could judge this
es
place
viniendo aquí sentándote
is coming here and sitting down
y aprendiendo.
and learning.
Y tú tomarás la
And
decisión
then you will make
si
your own
te
decision
quedas
if you stay
o te vas.
or you leave.
Pero eres tú mismo.
But it's you,
Lo desconocido,
the unknown,
los problemas.
the problems.
Dios mío, los problemas.
My God, the
¿Hemos tenido
problems.
algún problemita tú y yo
Have you and I had any little problem
en nuestro matrimonio?
in our matrimony?
Problemita, muchachos. Si
Little
contamos
problems?
aquí,
Man, if we were going to tell you
si
them,
contamos, usted dice, mira, yo no me voy a casar.
if we tell you about them, you're going to say, look, I am not going to get married.
Olvídate de eso.
Forget that.
Pero el problema es
But the problem is
que nunca tendrás una familia si no te atreves.
that you will never have a family if you don't dare.
Temor a enfermarse.
The fear of getting sick.
Mire,
Look,
la gente no toma agua de la pluma.
the people do not drink the
Voy a
water
hablar
from
en
the
mi
faucet.
país.
I'm going to talk of my country.
No toman agua de la pluma.
They don't drink the water from the
Hacen
faucet.
como 10 años atrás, si no me equivoco,
Like
8
10
años.
years ago, 8 years ago, if I'm not wrong,
De allá de Ponce,
from Ponce,
había una compañía
there was a company
que vendía agua
that were selling water,
llenando las botellas
but they
con
were filling
la
the
manguera.
bottles with a hose.
Por años
For years they
la
did.
gente se bebía el
For
agua.
years the people were drinking
Y yo me
that water.
imagino al vendedor.
And I imagine
Tú
the,
me metes
the
esa agua en
salesman,
manguera.
you know, drink that water that comes from a hose.
Eso salió en las noticias, eso
That
no es
came out
invento
on the
mío.
news. That's not something that I
De
invented.
Cagua.
From Caguas?
Sí. Pero eso no es lo lindo.
But that's not the cute thing of this.
Nosotros vamos a muchos países.
We go to many
De
countries
vacaciones.
on vacation.
No tome el agua
Don't drink the water.
del lavamanos.
Don't drink the water from the sink.
Use esta botella.
Use this bottle.
¿Dónde llenaron esa botella?
Where was that bottle filled?
Tú estabas ahí.
Were you there?
Y tú te la bebes
And you drink
y
it.
mentalmente,
And mentally,
esta es buena porque esta es de
oh,
botella.
this one is good because this was a bottled water.
Temor.
The fear.
No nos atrevemos.
We don't
Lo
dare.
desconocido.
The unknown.
Si no te atreves.
If you don't dare,
Tú vas a muchos lugares
you go to many places
y pagas porque todo está incluido.
and you pay because everything is included.
Todo.
Everything,
El alcohol.
the alcohol,
Todo.
everything,
Todo.
everything.
Lo que pasa es que el que no bebió, pues no.
What happens is that those that never drank, well, you don't.
La cerveza que está incluida
The beer that is included,
sabe a Kool-Aid.
it tastes like Kool-Aid.
En las botellas de alcohol
The bottles of alcohol,
no tienen marca.
they don't have a brand
Y
on
tú
them.
contento, todo está incluido.
But you're happy, all this is included.
Te cobran un montón
They charge you a lot
y te están metiendo
and they're giving to you
Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid.
Entonces, ¿por qué en el evangelio
So, but why in the gospel
no nos damos cuenta
we don't notice
de que el miedo nos está comiendo?
that the fear is
Miedo
eating
a
us up?
morirnos.
Fear of dying.
Los efectos de ese temor,
The effects
se
of
pierde
that
la
fear.
paz.
You lose your peace.
Ahora hay 2 o 3 con mire,
Now
deje la
there's 2 or 3
posición
with excuses, but you
y
know
no sea
what?
dañino.
Let go of the position. Don't be
No me
damaging.
cuque.
You know, don't entice me to
No me
talk.
cuque.
Don't entice me to talk.
El pastor quiere que uno deja
Oh,
la
the pastor wants
posición.
me to. Well, let go of your position.
Si no tienes agallas para hacer lo que hay
If
que
you don't
hacer.
have the guts to do what needs to be done,
Aquí esto no es obligado.
you're not obligated here.
Aquí se trabaja con pasión.
Here we work with passion.
No le estés hablando a otro.
Don't be talking to
No,
others.
yo tengo esto, yo tengo.
Oh no, because I have this, I have that.
No seas como el ratón.
Don't be like mice are.
No seas como el rajerito, no.
Don't be like mice.
Como no puede comerse el hierro,
Because they cannot eat the iron,
lo orina
they will urinate
para
on
que
it
coamos.
so that it could get rusty.
Así hay gente.
And that's how there's
Como
people.
no pueden empujar la carreta,
Because they cannot push the wagon,
quiere que otros se bajen.
they want others to get off of it.
Mejor salte tú
It's better for you just to get out
y deja el miedo.
and just let go of the fear.
Te quita la estabilidad emocional.
It takes away your emotional stability.
Mi mujer sale a las 3, son las 3:08 y no ha llegado.
My wife gets out at 3 and it's already 3:08 and she's not here yet.
El marido sale a las 5 y
My
son las
husband,
5:30 y no ha llegado.
He gets out of work at 5 and it's 5:30. He has not
Mira la
arrived
primera
yet.
expresión.
Look at the first expression.
Gente insegura.
People that are
¿Con
insecure.
quién estará?
I wonder who he's with.
¿Con quién estará?
I wonder who he's with.
No piensas nada bueno.
You don't think anything good.
Como único le voy a perdonar que haya tenido un accidente.
The
Mira,
only way that I'm
mira,
gonna forgive
mira
him is
qué
if you had an
desgracia
accident.
hay mentalmente.
Look what a misfortune there is in your mind.
Que está más contenta la
You are
persona
happier
si tiene un
if
accidente.
he's had an
Mira,
accident. Look.
no se pudo encontrar un amigo.
Oh no, he couldn't have.
No se
just
pudo
found himself
encontrar
with
una
a friend.
amiga.
He couldn't have found
Están
himself with a friend.
hablando.
They're talking.
El carro tuvo
Or
problemas.
he had car problems.
Te quita la estabilidad
Takes away your
emocional.
emotional stability.
Cuando tú no tienes estabilidad emocional,
When you don't have emotional stability,
tú siempre estás enfermo.
you're always sick.
Siempre.
Always.
Dolores de cabeza, migraña,
Headaches, migraines,
la presión,
your
la
pressure,
diabetes, todo se te
diabetes,
descontrola.
everything gets uncontrolled.
Una inestabilidad
An instability.
te roba los derechos eternos.
It steals away the eternal rights you have.
No te deja llegar más lejos.
It doesn't allow you to make it farther.
Te convierte en una persona antisocial.
It converts you into an antisocial
Nadie quiere
person.
estar contigo, tan feo que es
Nobody
eso.
wants to be with you, and that looks so
Todo el
ugly.
mundo se da cuenta menos tú.
Everybody notices, but you don't.
La gente no quiere estar contigo.
The people don't want to be with you.
Eres un antisocial.
You're antisocial.
Nunca vayas donde no quieres estar.
Don't ever go to where you don't want to be,
Y no te metas
and don't get into
donde no te invitan.
where you're not invited.
Y nunca tendrás problemas.
And you will never have a problem.
Nunca tendrás problemas.
You will never have a problem.
Pero el miedo
But the fear,
no está dejando que la iglesia pueda crecer.
it's not allowing the church to be able to grow.
Te quita la paz.
It takes away your peace.
Reconoce ese peligro.
Recognize that danger
Derrota ese enemigo.
and defeat that enemy.
Vamos, haz que se pierda todo eso y comienza a
Come
contactarte
on.
con Dios.
Make all of that be lost and start having a contact with God.
No dejes
Don't allow
que nada ni nadie
for anything or anyone
te lo roben.
to steal it away.
A mí nunca se me va a olvidar,
I'm never going to forget,
que es lo más increíble.
which is the most incredible thing.
Cuando pastores de esta ciudad
When pastors of this town
me dijeron,
said to me,
tenga cuidado,
be careful,
porque yo venía de otro pueblo, yo
because
venía
I
de
was
otro
coming
estado.
from another town, from another
Aquí no se
state.
puede pastorear.
And they said to me, here you can't be a
Aquí está
pastor
bien difícil.
because this here is very difficult.
Yo me fui riendo.
And I left laughing.
Apenas tenía 33, 32 años.
I
tenía
was
en ese
barely
momento.
32 years old in that
Y
moment.
dije, ¿cómo que no se puede? Yo, ¿por qué están ahí?
And I said, how is it that you can't be a pastor here, but they're pastors
Y
here?
será que ellos no pueden.
And I said, is it that they can't be?
Y yo no tenía experiencia.
And I didn't have any experience.
Y mira dónde estamos hoy.
But look where we're at today.
Y soy el cuco.
And I'm the ghost.
Soy el que asusta.
I'm the one that scares.
Soy el del mal que se habla.
I'm the one that they talk the most
Se habla
about.
mal de usted.
They talk bad about you.
¿Por qué?
Why?
¿Será que estamos rompiendo el miedo?
Is it that we're breaking with the fear?
¿Será que estamos rompiendo
Is it that we're breaking
lo que los detiene?
with what stops them?
¿Será que estamos marcando la diferencia?
Is it that we're marking the difference?
¿Será que estamos alcanzando y usted está alcanzando cosas?
Is it that we're reaching and you're reaching things?
¿Será que usted está pudiendo comprar sus casas?
Is it that you're being able to buy your house?
¿Será que usted está pudiendo tener negocios?
Is it that you're being able to open up businesses?
¿Será que aquí se está graduando
Is it that we have graduates
jóvenes
here,
con grandes
young ones that are
notas?
graduating with
¿Será
great
que hay una
Is it
iglesia
that we have a church
que le dijo al miedo:
that said to the fear,
si él se atreve, yo me atrevo?
if he dares, I dare.
Si él lo hace, yo lo
If
hago.
he does it, I'll do it.
¿Será que usted?
Is it that
Oh
you?
my God. Hay que atreverse,
You have to dare.
¿sí o no?
Yes or no?
Ahora cierras tu negocio. ¿Cuando te llaman o cuando a ti te da la gana?
What time do you close down your business? When they call you or whenever you want?
Dilo duro.
Say it loud.
Oh.
Whenever he wants.
De un atrevimiento
From something that was daring,
ya tiene la semana llena
he already has his week full
para que su negocio
for his business
se mueva en diferentes
to
lugares.
move in different places.
Es un anuncio no pagado.
That's a commercial not paid for.
Los fines de semana, las que
On the weekend,
mire cómo Dios es tan bueno.
look how God is. God is so
A que no
good.
les gusta cocinar o tienen un problema para cocinar.
Those that don't like to cook or have a problem
En
to
los fines de
cook,
semana,
on the weekend,
pues
you could go.
el hermano Andrés
Our brother Andres,
está allí en el estacionamiento de Walmart.
he
en
is in the
Pennsville.
parking lot in the Walmart of Pennsville.
Y allí hay de todo, vaya chiste,
And there's
hot dog,
everything
de
there.
todo, de
Cheesesteak,
todo, de
hot
todo.
dogs,
de todo.
everything.
Y usted va allí y compra.
And you could go there and purchase food.
No, es que no me está siguiendo lo que le
You're
estoy
not following me what I'm saying.
diciendo. Si él hubiera tenido miedo,
If he would have been scared,
o si hubiera pegado a gente con miedo,
or if he would have gotten close to people that were scared,
no estuviera haciendo lo que está haciendo.
he would not be doing what he's doing.
Muchos de ustedes
Many of you,
hoy estás haciendo cosas
today you're doing
porque no
things
tuviste miedo.
because you were not scared.
Porque te pegaste a un equipo colectivo
Because
que
you got together with a collective group
rompe con el miedo.
that breaks with the fear.
Viste atrevimiento.
You saw the boldness, the daring.
Entonces te pregunto yo,
So I ask you,
¿cuál es el miedo?
why are you afraid?
¿Cuál es el miedo?
What is the fear?
Tú decides en esta noche.
You decide tonight.
Si no te hubieras sentado aquí
If you would have not sat here,
y tal vez, ojalá y no digas nada
and
para
I
que
hope not, and I hope you don't say anything,
te hubieran hablado mal,
they probably would have spoken
no
bad
hubieras
to you.
conocido a este loco.
And you would have not met this crazy man.
No hubieras conocido
You probably would have not
al
met
hombre que se atreve a hablarle a la iglesia
the man that dares to speak to the
con la
church
claridad
with the clarity
para que me entiendan.
so that you can understand me.
No con pañitos.
Not, trying to smooth
Usted nació para
anything.
conquistar.
You were born
Usted
to
nació
conquer.
para triunfar.
You were born to be triumphant.
Tienen que atreverse.
You have to dare.
Perdamos el miedo.
Let's lose that fear.
Póngase en pie.
I want you to stand.
Pierde el miedo esta noche, sal. ¿Cómo que
Lose
yo no
the
voy a
fear.
cambiar? Yo voy a
Tonight,
cambiar.
leave this place and say, how is it that I'm not
Y
going
yo
to change?
seré el
I am
hombre
gonna change.
que la gente va a admirar.
And I'm going to be a man that
Dilo,
the
dilo
people are
conmigo.
going to
Yo seré el
admire.
hombre
Say it
que
with
la
me.
gente va a
I
admirar.
will be the man that the people will
Mujer,
admire.
diga conmigo.
Women, say
Yo
with
seré
me.
la
I
mujer
will be
que
the woman
otras van a
that
admirar.
other women are going to admire.
Créetelo.
Believe
Tienes que
it.
tener seguridad de
You
ti.
have to have security
Tienes
of
que
yourself.
tener fuerza
You
de
have
ti.
to have the strength with
Tienes que
yourself.
atreverte.
You gotta dare.
Pero tienes que caminar con gente
But you have to
que
walk with
valga
people
la pena.
that are worth it.
Que te digan lo vas a lograr,
That
lo
are
vas a
gonna say
hacer,
you're gonna
no te
accomplish it,
detengas,
you're gonna do it,
no
don't
pares
stop.
en este momento.
Don't stop in this moment.
¿Sabes que he aprendido tanto?
You know that I've learned so
Que
much
cuando algo no me sale,
that when something doesn't come out right,
no me frustro.
I don't get
¿Sabes qué
frustrated.
digo?
You know what I say?
De verdad que tú tienes algo más poderoso para mí.
Truly, you got something that is more powerful for me.
O sea, yo me estaba conformando con esto.
Oh, I was being conformed with
Y tú
this.
tienes algo más grande para mí.
But you have something bigger for me.
Te deja un amigo, una amiga.
A friend leaves
Y
you.
tú dices, Señor, no me digas que es que me vas a traer una gente nueva.
And you say, Lord, don't tell me that you're going to bring me new people.
No me digas que es que vas a traer algo que va a cambiar la historia.
Don't tell me that you're going to bring somebody that's going to change the story.
Señor, tal vez esto no me salió, pero mira dónde estoy
Lord,
llegando.
probably this didn't come out right, but look where I'm at here.
Señor, aquí no tuve éxito, pero mira lo que estoy
Lord, here I
teniendo.
didn't have success, but look
Tienes
what
que
I'm
aprender a
having.
hablar así.
You got to learn how to speak that way.
Tienes que aprender a hablar.
You have to learn how to speak.
Me equivoqué, pero voy a aprender.
I got it wrong, but I'm going to learn.
¿Quieres ser humilde de verdad?
You want to truly be humble.
Reconoce tu falta.
Recognize your faults.
La gente humilde reconoce
The people that are humble, they recognize
el problema.
the problem.
El no humilde,
The one that is not
Falso.
humble, that is false,
su orgullo lo hace pretender que todo está
their
bien.
pride makes them pretend that everything is fine.
Cuando se está secando,
When they are drying up,
tienes que atreverte en
you
esta
have to dare tonight
noche a marcar la diferencia.
to mark the difference.
Yo quiero hacer una oración
I want to do a prayer
por aquella gente.
for those people.
Primeramente,
First,
si hay alguien que necesita a Cristo,
if there's anybody that
que
needs
quiere darle
Christ
su corazón,
and you want to give your heart,
quiere reconciliar su
you
vida,
want to reconcile your life,
queremos orar por ti,
we
pero
wanna pray for
rápido,
you,
porque
but
quiero
quickly.
hacer una oración por el
because
miedo.
I
Quiero
want to make a
romper.
prayer for the fear.
Ok, si nadie, todos están bien,
If
qué
no
bueno.
one and everybody is
Eso
good,
me llena de
how good.
alegría.
That fills me up of happiness.
Eso me llena de
That
alegría.
fills me of happiness.
Habrá alguien
Is there anyone
que dice,
that
yo
says,
tengo que romper con el miedo
I have to break with the fear
para triunfar,
so that I
para
can be
tener paz,
triumphant, so that I can
para
have
tener
peace,
éxito,
so that I can have
para
success,
tener una estabilidad emocional,
so that I can have
para tener paz.
an emotional stability, so that I can have peace?
Yo quiero que usted pase.
I want you to come to the front.
Si eres uno de esos,
If you are one of
que
those,
pases, que
I want you to come to
quiero
the
orar
front.
por ti,
I
quiero
want
orar
to
por
pray
ti.
for you. I want to pray. I want to pray.
El miedo a veces nos detiene.
The fear sometimes stops us.
Yo tenía tanto miedo por tantas cosas que iba a dejar y es cuando mejor he
I was
vivido
so
mi vida.
afraid for so many things that I was going to let
Cuando
go of, and it's
mejor
when
la he
it's
vivido.
been the best and I've lived the
Cuando
best of my
más
life.
tranquilo.
When I've been the calmest.
Cuando tengo mi propio horario.
When I have my own schedule.
Ay, Dios mío. Viene César, Dani,
Cesar, Dani,
Víctor, vamos.
Victor, come on.
Jesus. ¿A qué le tienes miedo?
What are you afraid of?
Hazte la pregunta, ¿no te atreves a hacer cosas? ¿Por
Ask
qué?
yourself the question. You don't dare to do things. Why?
¿Por qué no te atreves a hacer
Why
cosas?
don't you dare to do things?
Vamos, lánzate.
Come on.
Dile,
Launch
Señor, yo lo
yourself to
quiero
do
hacer,
it.
yo me
Say,
atrevo, yo
Lord,
quiero
I want to
hacer,
do
yo
it.
quiero
I dare. I want to do it.
Tienes que atreverte.
You have to dare.
Mira cómo es la vida y la historia.
Look how life is and how the story is.
Samuel tiene un accidente en sus prácticas de pelota.
Samuel has an accident in his practice in baseball.
La noticia
The news
lo desmorona.
just breaks him down.
Es posible que pierdas toda una temporada.
It's possible that you may lose out or miss out on the whole season.
Es posible
It's possible
que no puedas volver a jugar en estos años, en este año.
that you could not play again in this year.
Cuando él estaba tocando una de las mejores esferas
When
en
he
su
was
vida.
touching one of the best atmospheres in
Cuando
his
él se
life.
sacrificó para llegar
When he
ahí.
sacrificed himself to
Pero
make
qué
it there.
bueno que había una
But how good
familia,
that there was a
una
family,
iglesia
a church
que intervino
that
y le dijo, no
intervened
tengas miedo
and
que
said,
Dios es
don't be
grande.
afraid because God is great.
Le crees a Dios
Do you
y él le
believe God?
creyó.
And he believed God.
No tan solo pudo jugar,
Not only was he able to play,
sino que llega a la cima
if not, he made it to the summit.
en el equipo que
in the
entonces
team.
queda campeón del estado.
And then the team was the champion of the
Hay
state.
veces que el miedo
There's times that the fear
y los que tienen miedo
and those that are
se van a
scared
querer detener.
are going to want to stop
Pero
you.
cuando eso te pase,
But when that happens
tienes que
to you,
pegarte a gente
You
que
gotta
te
get
diga
close to
mentiras
people
del
that are
diablo.
going to say,
Tú
that's a
puedes.
lie of the devil. You
Mentira,
can
tú
do
lo
it.
vas a lograr.
That's a lie. You
Mentira,
can
tú
accomplish
vas a
it.
alcanzar.
You're going to
Tú
reach.
le crees a Dios, Dios sana.
If you
Tú
believe
le crees a
God,
Dios,
he
Dios
heals.
levanta.
If you
Tú
believe
le crees a
God,
Dios,
God
Dios
lifts up.
restaura.
If you
Tú le
God,
crees a
God
Dios, Dios
believe
vuelve
God,
a
God
hacerlo de
restores.
nuevo.
If you believe God, God will do
Cuando
it
tú le
again.
crees a Dios,
When you believe God,
Dios pone paz,
God
pone
will place the
estabilidad,
peace, the
pone
stability.
todo en
He will place everything.
tu favor.
in your favor.
Oración por Alaina.
Prayer for Elena.
¿Ese es el nombre?
Is that the name?
¿Cómo? ¿Es usted de la oración?
It's for you, the prayer?
¿Por qué? Oh, porque, ok, ahora, ve, ahora ahí lo complementamos.
Now
Bien.
we complimented
¿Dónde
that.
está Alaina?
Where's Elena?
Levanta tu mano ahí.
I want you to
Mírela ahí.
lift up your hands right
Vamos
there.
para que Dios la guíe,
She wants
la
guidance,
llene de
and she
bendición.
wants to be filled of blessings.
Pero es porque cumpleaños.
But it's because it's her birthday.
Pero me lo ponen así, es un problema. Padre, envió tu palabra.
Father, I sent
sobre
your
Alaina.
word.
La traíste
You brought her
para llevarla a la cima.
to take her to the summit.
Bendícela, guárdala,
Bless her, protect
guíala
her, guide her.
y que nunca se aparte de tu camino.
And for her never to leave
Que
your
nunca
path. For her to never
detenga
stop
lo que tú tienes para ella.
what you have for her.
Y que ella y su familia
And for her and her family
sea bendecida por tu favor.
to be blessed by your favor.
Padre, en el nombre de Jesús.
Father, in the name of Jesus.
Amén.
Amen. Amen.
Allá los que nos están viendo,
And over there, those that are watching,
no te quedes el domingo.
I don't want you to miss it
Algo
on
grande
Sunday.
va a pasar.
Something big is
Algo
going to
grande
happen.
está pasando.
Something big is already
No te
happening.
detengas.
Don't stop.
Te esperamos el domingo.
We're going to wait for you on Sunday.
No me paren la grabación.